Wrestling fans, what's going on, man? It's Black Couch Booking here with a brand new video. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe, and if you're old to the channel, please watch all of my videos. I have 362 videos, one video for every day of the year, so you'll never get bored every single day. But hey, man, it is all elite week. So far, I've been dropping videos every day, Monday, Tuesday, and now we are on Wednesday. So let's keep going, and let's see if I can make it through Friday. We'll see. Anyway, man, today's video topic is going to be about AEW's championship problem, as a lot of people will say, and I'm going to give my critique. I'm going to give my thoughts on whether or not AEW actually has a championship problem, if they actually have too many belts. And shout out to the comment of the day, shout out to my guy right here. We're going to see if, I'm going to actually try to rank these belts based on level of importance, in my opinion. So I appreciate you. I'm gonna keep trying to come back with the comments of the day, guys. Sometimes I forget, I'm human. Anyway, 1 minute intro, long as fuck. Let's get into it. So the AEW have too many championships. First things first, I'm not counting Ring of Honor. If I counted the Ring of Honor belts, then yes, AEW would have like 20 damn championships. So I'm not counting the Ring of Honor championships in this video. I'm counting the championships that says AEW, and of course one that doesn't necessarily say AEW, but it's a part of it. No, I disagree. I don't think that AEW has too many championships, because AEW does the one thing that I actually like, is that it gives wrestlers who may never be the top of the card and wrestlers who aren't necessarily at the bottom of the card something of value to make their character stand out. For example, right, House of Black, right? If they didn't win the trios championships, there would just be three guys walking around with deer antlers on their head and a beautiful woman with a nice Kung Lao hat. That's pretty much all they would be. I like House of Black, by the way. Malachi Black, shout out to my guy. But yeah, so yes, I don't think that they have too many championships. But we can find a balance. Let me say this. You could say that AEW has too many, and you could say that WWE doesn't have enough. We could find a middle ground, which we need to combine both of them and just, hey, you guys should do this, you guys should do that. AEW does a lot of things with their championship that I like that WWE doesn't do, which is to basically have a mid-card women's championship. And not only is that mid-card women's championship relevant, it actually feels sometimes even bigger than the AEW women's championship. You can take that whether it be good or bad, whatever the case may be. However, the TBS championship, for all it's worth, for everyone who's ever held it, the Jade Cargills, the Willow Nightingales, the Julia Harts, obviously right now the Mercedes Monets of the world. You can say what you want. That championship feels like a big deal, especially because Jade Cargill started off red hot with that championship, undefeated with that championship for a very long time. So it feels like a relevant championship. The women's tag team championships don't feel like that. But for the first time in a minute, the women's tag team championships are finally being defended on a premium live event, and that was something that they threw together last second through a damn tweet. So they just threw that together last second. The women's championship haven't felt relevant since certain individuals held that women's championship on WWE, like the Iconics, Sasha Banks and Bayley. You know what I'm saying? Like tag teams who actually made sense made the championship feel relevant. The Unholy Union, they make it feel relevant to me. Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair make it feel relevant to me. But then you had Natalya pairing up with whoever, with the Taminas and the Shayna Baszlers and Nia Jaxes, and they just throw together so that people could have championships at this point. The difference between AEW's mid-card women's championship and WWE's women's tag team championship is the women's tag team championships were made so that more women can have opportunities to have the belts, but they wanted to do it so that multiple women can have opportunities to call themselves a champion at once. So if you have a tag team championship, hey, we could book two women at once. We could just throw women together and keep pairing them. The NXT women's championships, tag team championships, were way better than the current WWE women's tag team championship. Way more relevance, way more actual tag teams fighting for those belts, way better. On the other hand, with AEW, the TBS championship, it makes the women who hold it feel like a big deal. Not just like a secondary champion, but it almost feels like the TBS championship is equivalent to like the Raw Women's World Championship, and the SmackDown WWE Women's Championship is equivalent to the like the AEW Light Women's Championship. It almost feels like that, but we know that the TBS is really a secondary title, which is absolutely fine. Let's talk about tag teams though. Something I would love for WWE to do WWE should definitely have a trios title. All those damn factions that have like 3 to 4 people, you know, only 2 people out of that faction are probably going to be champions, unless the third guy is going to be the main champion or Intercontinental Championship or the United States champion. It's pointless of having a stable or a faction, because they're going to be 2 guys with the tag belts and everybody else is going to sit around looking like idiots and being managers for the tag team championship matches, doing interference, nothing of value. So a trios belt would definitely benefit the WWE, and I love the trios title in AEW because it's something that I personally am not familiar with, because I'm a WWE mark. I've watched WWE primarily all my life. So even seeing a trios championship, I was like, whoa, what is this? This is fire. And I really enjoy the trios championships, man. I enjoy that they have actual factions, actual stables winning the championships, and it makes it feel relevant. And another thing I enjoy about AEW is that they do something that's so simple. Most of the time, for the most part, everyone who becomes champion, they put their own swag on the belt. MJF, you know, he had the Burberry strap. You know, the Acclaim, Scissor Gang, they made the straps pink. MJF again, he made the Continental Championship the American Championship to take a dig at Will Ospreay. You know what I'm saying? Like little stuff like that, little details like that are really, really cool. The TNT Championships had multiple transformations based off of who had it, changing the color of the strap, changing how the design looks a little bit, stuff like cool stuff like that is stuff that I really miss in WWE. Now with WWE, all they do is change the side plates, which is fine. But I remember my favorite superstar, Edge, when he had the WWE Championship, it was the spinner belt. He made it the rated R spinner belt. He didn't necessarily want to do that. He wanted to make it even more different. His design wasn't that great, but just like little details like that are really exciting. So I really like that. Like for the most part, when someone becomes a champion, they put their own spin on the belt, whether that's just be changing the strap, whether you like how the strap looks or not. I think it's pretty fire to me that they even are allowed to do that, because it's just something cool. It's memorabilia, and you know, it's just something that's cool for the fans to look at as well. And they make a strap that matches their gear for the most part. The AEW Tag Team Championships, AEW takes care of the tag team division for the most part. I like what I've been seeing. You know, FTR, Young Bucks. I'm even an Acclaimed fan now. I used to say that the Acclaim were just, they're just basically the Street Profits. Nah, the Acclaimed are different. I like the Acclaim from what I've seen in the ring. The Scissor Me Daddy stuff is still kind of whatever, hit or miss for me, but I'll allow it. I'll accept it for now. You know what I'm saying? Like the tag team division is just fun. It's a lot of stuntmen, as Jim Cornette would say, but at the end of the day, wrestling is about having fun, right? It's about doing crazy spots and stuff. So it is what it is. I enjoy it. The TNT Championship, let's start getting into ranking. For me, I think the TNT Championship might be, for me personally, one of the weaker championships. For me, that's just me. I have no problem with the Jack Perrys of the world, the Darby Allins of the world. Obviously, my guy Cody had the belt. Obviously, Brody Lee, rest in peace, Brody Lee had the belt. So I feel like in the beginning, the TNT Championship was more relevant, and then the Continental Championship really surpassed it. So I will have the TNT Championship at the bottom, and then I will have the Continental Championship not right above it. I will put the Trios Championship under the Continental Championship. So basically TNT, then we go up from there. We have the Trios, then we have the Continental. Then I would say that the AEW Tag Team Championships are right there. Then I would say it's the TBS Championship, right? Then I would say it's the AEW Women's Championship. Then I would say it's the AEW Men's Championship. The Black Couch. What about the FTW Championship? Let me give my opinion on this. The FTW Championship is fine. It's not the 24/7 championship, that's for damn sure, but it's not quite the hardcore championship. I've actually quite enjoyed the matches that I've seen for the FTW Championship, because I was a guy, even not watching AEW weekly, that I just like Hook. I like the look of Hook. I didn't even know that I was Taz's son, but him just having that young guy look, like he's like a guy that I would choose on Tekken or Street Fighter or something like that, because he's a smaller and skinnier. He's not this big buff guy that no one can really strive or achieve to be in real life. So I was like, you know, I like Hook, man. I like what he does. But the FTW Championship, if I had to rank it, I would still put it below the TNT Championship. The TNT Championship has a little bit more prestige, a little bit more swag to it. I would say I'm not gonna crap on the TNT Championship, but it just doesn't feel as relevant as it used to for me. But FTW Championship will be at the bottom, but barely. It can surpass it. If Hook has a classic match with somebody soon, it's gonna pass it for me, because I quite enjoy the FTW Championship. Not the biggest fan of the design, but that design is like historic. It's like history behind all that, so you can't really be, you know what I'm saying, Taz, made that championship and made it relevant. So I'm not mad at it. But yeah, I don't think AEW has too many championships. I think they have just the right amount. As long as they don't make another tag team championship, which I don't think they have AEW women's tag team championships, I would stop right here and leave the belts the way they are. If they want to, they could get rid of the FTW championship. To be honest, Hook can become a TNT champion or a Continental champion. He doesn't have to succumb to having that belt just to make him look relevant or cool. Now, obviously, that belt is a special kind of belt. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not like that belt is around all the time. So I'm not really mad at it per se. I'm not mad at it. It's just, it's not really necessary. He could be a mid-card champion. The AEW Men's Championship, one of the sexiest title designs I've seen, but when I first saw it, I always thought it looked good, but I was like, this is kind of big and bulky. But you know what? Every superstar that's worn it matches what AEW is doing. It's not an ugly looking title. I mean, I'm so used to smaller belts, I guess, but I mean, the AEW Championship is a good looking championship, one of the best looking championships in wrestling right now, in my opinion. So I'm not mad at it. And the AEW Women's Championship, obviously, I like the way it looks now. Before, when it was a little like oval circle looking belt, didn't really like that look for it. To be honest, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I thought it looked kind of dumb and it looks very silly. Now, that was a skinny ass belt. That belt was very petite, but now looks sexy, looks good, got more of that. It looks almost like the men's cruiserweight championship for WWE. It has more of that like square look. I like the squarish like rectangle hexagon type of looks for belts. They look nice to me. But yeah, man, I don't have a problem with the belts, yo. I think the belts are cool. I think having those belts, like I said, you have this big ass roster. If you were to succumb, and AEW is basically one. Because I know it's Rampage and Dynamite, blah, blah, blah. But let's count it as one, right? So basically, what you would have AEW do, if it was up to you, is have one men's, one women, one mid-card men, one mid-card women, and then one tag team. What's that, like 5 championships? Come on, man. That's not enough. And AEW, to me, doesn't really have that many belts. I don't count Ring of Honor. In comparison to WWE, like I said, we have the AEW men's, the AEW women's, we have the TBS, we have the TNT, we have the FTW, we have the trios, we have the tag belts, we have the Continental. So what? That's 8, right? That's 8. And WWE has the WWE men's and women's. That's 2. We have the World for men and women. That's 4. Then we have the 2 tag teams belts. That's 6. Then we have the women's tag team belt. That's 7. So what's the difference? I think y'all are being hella biased with that. Literally one belt off. The Ring of Honor stuff for me does not count. I'm sorry, bro. Like it's Ring. I know it's all part of the same universe, whatever the case may be, but it's really they don't make it as relevant as the regular AEW championship. So we can't do that. Like, let's be fair, y'all. Let's be fair. And if you want to count the Ring of Honor stuff, then even cooler. That the Ring of Honor belts is like having an NXT belt. So now what you're gonna do? It's basically the same amount of belts. The Ring of Honor belts is the same thing as NXT having an NXT championship. So the amount number of championships aren't that different. And WWE actually needs an actual mid-card championship for the women as well. And that's just my opinion. But like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you guys think. Damn, these videos been hitting 14, 15 minutes often, and I'm not trying to do that, bro. It's a lot of editing, but for you guys, I accept the challenge and I'm willing to put in the work. So it is what it is. Editing might be a little all over the place for this video because I'm talking about a lot of stuff and I'm spitballing, but it is what it is. Y'all enjoy the content. I'll see y'all guys tomorrow, and let's see what we come up with tomorrow, man. Peace out.